Ever wondered what traditional Ramadan food tastes like? Ramadan, a month of fasting, prayer, reflection, and community, is one of the most important periods in the Islamic calendar. This holy month is not only about spiritual growth and self-discipline, but also about the rich and diverse food traditions that have been passed down through generations. Fasting from sunrise to sunset is a significant part of Ramadan. It's an exercise in self-control, and a chance to cleanse the body and mind. But when the sun sets, the fast is broken with a meal known as Iftar, a time for family, friends, and community to come together. The food served at Iftar is much anticipated, and holds a special place in the hearts of those who observe Ramadan. From the simple yet significant dates and milk, to heartwarming soups, savory snacks, and sweet endings, Ramadan food is a delightful culinary journey. Stay tuned as we delve into the rich and diverse world of traditional Ramadan recipes. First on our menu, a simple yet significant combination: dates and milk. This humble pairing holds a special place in the hearts of those observing Ramadan, as it symbolizes the start of the breaking of the fast, or Iftar. The tradition of breaking the fast with dates goes back to the time of the Prophet Muhammad, who is reported to have broken his fast with 3 dates. The sweet and sticky fruit is not only a nod to tradition, but also a quick source of energy after a day of fasting. It's packed with natural sugars, fiber, potassium, and magnesium, all essential nutrients to replenish the body after a long day without food. Milk, on the other hand, is a source of hydration and provides protein and calcium. The combination of dates and milk not only satisfies immediate hunger and thirst, but also helps prepare the body for the main meal that follows. Now let's get into how to serve this traditional dish. It doesn't require any cooking, just a bit of preparation. First, you'll want to wash the dates. Even though they're dried, they can still have dust or residue on them. Just a quick rinse under cold water will do. Next, you'll want to chill the milk. The contrast of the cold milk with the sweet dates is part of what makes this such a refreshing dish. You can use any type of milk you prefer: cow's milk, almond milk, oat milk. They all work beautifully with the sweetness of the dates. When it's time to break the fast, place a few dates on a plate and pour a glass of the chilled milk. And there you have it. A simple, traditional dish that's been served for centuries during Ramadan. A modest yet nutritionally rich dish to kickstart the breaking of the fast. Moving on, we have a wholesome soup that's a Ramadan favorite: Harira. Now let's journey to the heart of North Africa, where this hearty soup originated. Harira, a staple in Moroccan cuisine, has been warming hearts and homes for centuries. During Ramadan, it's particularly cherished, served to break the day's fast, providing a nourishing blend of proteins and fibers. It's not just a soup, it's a celebration of tradition, a testament to the spirit of Ramadan. To prepare this heartwarming soup, we begin with the ingredients. You'll need some lamb or beef, soaked chickpeas, lentils, finely chopped onions and celery, fresh cilantro and parsley, ripe tomatoes, and a medley of traditional spices: turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, and saffron. Don't forget the vermicelli and lemon juice for that final tangy touch. Our culinary journey begins by simmering the meat in a large pot, allowing it to tenderize and release its flavors. Next, we'll add the onions and celery, sautéing them until they're softened and fragrant. As they simmer together, the essence of each ingredient begins to meld, creating a rich base for our harira. Now it's time for the chickpeas and lentils to join the party. As they cook, they'll absorb the flavors of the broth, becoming tender and hearty. Then we'll stir in the tomatoes, herbs, and spices, infusing the soup with the vibrant colors and flavors of Moroccan cuisine. The final flourish comes with the addition of the vermicelli and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice, adding a burst of brightness to balance out the deep savory elements of the soup. As the soup simmers and the flavors meld, a delicious aroma will fill your kitchen, a tantalizing promise of the hearty meal to come. When it's time to break the fast, ladle the harira into bowls, garnish with a sprig of fresh cilantro, and serve with a side of warm bread. A bowl of harira is like a warm hug after a long day of fasting. It's not just a meal, but a moment of comfort, a celebration of tradition, and a testament to the spirit of Ramadan. Now, who's ready for the next dish? Next up, a snack that's loved by many: the savory samosa. Let's take a moment to appreciate the humble samosa, a crispy pastry packed with flavorful fillings. Its history is as rich as its taste, with roots tracing back to the Middle East and Central Asia. Over centuries, it traveled across continents, winning hearts and stomachs along the way. Today it holds a special place in Ramadan feasts, offering a burst of flavor after a day of fasting. Now let's roll up our sleeves and dive into the making of this beloved snack. First, we need to prepare the dough. Combine all-purpose flour, carom seeds, salt and oil in a large mixing bowl. Gradually add water and knead until you have a smooth, firm dough. Let it rest while we move on to the filling. Our filling today is a classic combo of potatoes and peas. Heat oil in a pan and sauté cumin seeds until they sizzle. Add finely chopped onions, ginger and green chilies. Once the onions turn golden, toss in boiled mashed potatoes and peas. Season with spices: coriander, turmeric, red chili powder and garam masala. Give it a good mix and let it cool. Now comes the fun part: folding. Divide the dough into small balls and roll each into an oval shape. Cut the oval in half and fold it into a cone. Spoon in the filling, then seal the edges with a little water. It's time to fry these beauties. Heat oil in a deep pan. Once hot, drop in the samosas gently, frying them until they turn a beautiful golden brown. Drain them on paper towels to remove excess oil. There you have it. Piping hot samosas ready to be devoured. Their crunchy exterior gives way to a soft, spicy filling, a harmony of textures and flavors. Pair them with mint chutney or tamarind sauce for an extra kick. Crispy, flavorful, and perfect for sharing. That's the beauty of samosas. And to end our meal on a sweet note, we have the delightful kunafa. Often referred to as the queen of Arabic desserts, kunafa is a delicacy that hails from the Middle East. Rich, sweet, and simply irresistible, it's a traditional favorite during Ramadan, often enjoyed at Iftar, the evening meal when Muslims end their daily Ramadan fast at sunset. Now let's dive into the recipe. The main components of kunafa are a special kind of shredded phyllo dough, known as kataifi, and a soft white brine cheese such as nabulsi or even mozzarella. The dessert gets its sweetness from a simple syrup flavored with rose or orange blossom water. We begin by lightly greasing a round baking tray and layering half of the shredded phyllo dough at the bottom, making sure it's evenly spread. The cheese is then evenly scattered over the dough, followed by the remaining phyllo dough. It's important to press down firmly so that all layers stick together. Once we have our base ready, it's time to melt some unsalted butter and drizzle it all over the top layer, ensuring that every strand of the dough is coated. This gives the kunafa its golden color and crispy texture when baked. Next, the tray goes into a preheated oven at around 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 40 to 45 minutes, or until the top turns golden brown. But remember, the key to a perfect kunafa is to flip it immediately after it comes out of the oven, allowing the bottom layer to get crispy as well. While the kunafa is baking, we prepare the sugar syrup. Combine equal parts of sugar and water. Add a teaspoon of lemon juice and a splash of rose or orange blossom water. Let it simmer until the sugar dissolves completely. Once the kunafa is out of the oven and flipped, pour the sugar syrup all over it while it's still hot, allowing the dessert to soak up all that sweet goodness. The final touch is a generous sprinkle of crushed pistachios for an added crunch. And there you have it. A traditional sweet treat that's guaranteed to make your taste buds sing. And there you have it, a feast fit for Ramadan. We began with the sweet and simple, a traditional opener of dates and milk, a timeless duo that's been part of Ramadan for centuries. Moving on to the heartwarming Harira soup, a dish that's as comforting as it is nutritious, packed full of lentils, chickpeas, and a medley of aromatic spices. Next up, we dived into the savory world of samosas, a versatile treat that can be filled with your choice of meat, vegetables, or even cheese. And who could forget the sweet ending with kunafa, a dessert that's as decadent as it is delightful, with its unique blend of creamy cheese and crunchy pastry, all soaked in a sweet, fragrant syrup. These recipes reflect the diversity and richness of Ramadan food traditions, showcasing a culinary culture that's steeped in history and brimming with flavor. Remember, food is more than just sustenance during Ramadan. It's a celebration of culture and community,